seems like actually a calm weather today. Middle of the road everywhere it seems. And what's going on today? It's kind of interesting reading this one where apparently they were using drones to tag whales. I know a lot of people would say never fly a drone near an animal, for example. You'll always give them a heart attack. Whereas in this case, they're actually using it for good, which comes down to the point again I always say, it depends on what you're using and how ultimately. This one says, Ocean Alliance continues to find revolutionary ways to deploy drones to study the world's oceans. Their latest innovation sees a Matrice Series Enterprise drone used to precisely drop tags on the backs of whales so researchers can study their behavior as they swim beneath the surface. So I can imagine, as they mentioned, this was really difficult to do before. What would you do? I guess go with some kind of boat, have a line sticking out and try to, I guess, attach it onto the whale versus this. As you can see, they're flying a Matrice drone, and then once they get close enough to it, they attach, I guess, the device. It says, how do you gather decent whale data without chasing the animals in a boat and shooting them with a biopsy dart? I guess that's what they would have done normally. I know I read this before too. It's something called the Snotbot. Interesting name, huh? But again, when people say you should never do this, for example, it makes it sound even more ludicrous in my opinion when a lot of those people say never fly, let's just say a consumer drone taking videos even 90 meters in the air because you could give the whale a heart attack or something like that, and here people are flying so close to it, tagging it and so forth. How does that make logical sense? It doesn't, right? Whereas again, it comes down to what you're using and how. Although with that thought, you should usually take care of the, I guess you could say, the troublemakers. This one was kind of interesting. I read this before where apparently there was someone on YouTube who created a video where he jumped out of an airplane because it was crashing. I don't know, something went wrong, but he still managed to, I guess, tape the whole thing. If you were wondering, hey, was this a setup? And here, this one here says, FAA says former Olympian Trevor Jacobs staged plane crash for YouTube video. Careless and reckless. And with that, I guess they decided to take action. It says the FAA withdrew the pilot certificate of YouTuber Trevor Jacob this month after they claim he intentionally caused his single-engine airplane to crash, an incident he later documented in a video for his channel called I Crashed My Plane. And this was the part that made everyone suspicious because, like they mentioned here, apparently he claimed the aircraft was malfunctioning, yet he had multiple camera angles and so forth, according to this, and then he jumped out afterwards. I believe in the video he even had like a selfie stick, did he? When he was jumping out, so it makes you wonder, how did you set all this up if this is unexpected? You'd probably react in a different way if all of a sudden things were malfunctioning, correct? I know there are people who purposely crash their drones and all that just to get all the attention, but I guess here, this is a completely different scenario, a huge manned aircraft and all that. Either way, the crazy things people do for attention, I guess, huh? And the last thing I read was kind of interesting. I don't know why Bill Gates' name was trending for some odd reason, like, well, what did he do now? And apparently, like, people were writing here, it says, Bill Gates preaches about solving climate change and goes ahead and shorts Tesla. Tesla is the only company taking major strides to solve climate change and accelerate the advent of sustainable energy. By shorting Tesla, Gates has proved he doesn't care about climate change. And then some people saying, what, Elon Musk is a lot more trustworthy than Bill Gates? Like, what's going on? It's like battle between the billionaires or something like that? Apparently, at first, I guess it kind of relates to this story. It says here, Elon Musk says he confronted Bill Gates about shorting Tesla. And in regards to what it was about, it says, in a tweet on Friday, the Tesla CEO admitted that he asked Gates if he was short selling shares of the electric car maker. When investors short a stock, they are betting the price of the asset will fall. It's not the first time the two men have had a public disagreement. And then there was like some stuff that was posted online, like here on his actual Twitter account. It says, in case you need to lose a boner fast. So I guess it's like a picture of Bill Gates' guts compared to, I guess, like a cartoon picture. Like, what's that supposed to imply? But the argument, I believe, is if Elon Musk is creating things like electric cars and all that, technically his business should be, quote, helping the environment. And you have a, quote, another billionaire saying he cares so much about the climate and this and that, yet he's not supporting the companies that do that. It sounds hypocritical. I think that's the argument there. But what is this, man? Like battle of the billionaires or something like that? Just kind of interesting. Alright, see you guys later.